Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. I hope you guys are all doing really well. So I'm here to deliver another another tarot reading for the week. And wait, what's my dates here? We're going from November 28th to December 4th. So anyway, hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I look forward to doing this reading for you. So let me drop this camera down and get going. Okay, so I'm going to use the Radiant Wise Spirit by Lo Scarabeo. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not sure. And all the cards are upright. I just need to allow for reversals. So hold on, let me put my intention here. Okay, so for November 28th through December 4th, what is it that we need to know in order to grow, in order to evolve, in order to come back home to who we truly are? There we go. What do we need to know for this week? And I'll do 2 cards for each day, as usual. Okay. Okay, so here's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and here is Saturday the 4th. Okay. Okay, so we have Temperance reversed for Sunday with the King of Swords reversed. Monday we have the Nine of Wands reversed, which is actually not bad. This is excellent to get this card reversed. Five of Pentacles. Ooh, Justice reversed. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Swords, Page of Cups reversed. Okay. You ever get the angle right? Okay. So with Sunday, well, you guys know Temperance straight up is all about reconciling those inner dualities, dualistic splits within that says, you know, it's either good or bad, right or wrong, I'm a winner or a loser, instead of, you know, or pain or pleasure, instead of life is good and bad on planet Earth. We do live on a dualistic planet. We are unitive beings who live on a dualistic planet, and that is challenging because we take things way too personally. So if we open up to life is good and challenging, pain and absolute pleasure, you know, we can be right and wrong at the same time, right? You know, and give up this winner versus loser mentality and go with win-win situations, well, then we can reconcile those opposites. So when we open up to the spiritual fluids within and the life force that is flowing through us and is throughout the universe. And when we can be within our emotional bodies and grounded on the earth, when we can like bridge that gap within, then we can open up to all the love and joy and happiness that the world has to offer. And even when we don't get it, if we're right with ourselves within, we're fine. It's just a momentary inconvenience rather than it being some major problem, right? It's just like, oh yeah, okay, well, it'll work out later, or I can fix it. You go back and you do some more research and work on it. So this to me is like opening up to two yes currents, and then that creates a third thing that is birthed. And it's how we create anything. Those are the forces of the universe. But most readers read it as just the need to be patient and the need to not lose your cool, right? And that's especially true when it comes to reversed. So to me, the reversal on the spiritual level is that we're still working on something deep within to heal those inner conflicts. And then if we want to look at it with just the normal, the traditional meaning, we could say that we need to have a lot of patience on Sunday, have a lot of patience, and be careful about saying the wrong thing or making a bad decision that we will regret later. Don't take any risks, be careful. And that's especially true because with the King of Swords, when he's upright, it's all about being in truth and having your brain working very, very clearly. With the Queen or the King of Swords, this guy's more has a very, very high level of reasoning ability, just as the Queen of Swords does as well. But she's more receptive and maybe doesn't act as quickly. When this guy's straight up, it's all about going quickly, making that quick, because you've got the clear answer within, and just how to go and like cut through the whatever needs to be cut through. This can be somebody very powerful. This is the card of, this or actually any of the kings and queens can be people of the law, people who legislate. But it came through reversed. So this brings in cold-heartedness. It brings through maybe somebody manipulative. I hope not. But if you do run into somebody like that, this would be somebody not to trust, right? And somebody who could bring chaos into your life, and he's not trustworthy. Just, some kind of disruption in the power department. And some type of, or maybe it could be a power issue, like literal, electric power issue. There's that possibility, but we don't have the Tower card here, so I kind of doubt that. But it's a misuse of power. So if it's just us on the inner levels, then the best way to work with it is to reorient yourself on the inner levels to the place where you know that the only way to heal is to go within. Everything's an inside job. The inner affects the outer. The universe will always mirror back to you, pretty much where you are. It's not perfect, though. The world, the universe is just, the universe is probably better, but this dualistic planet that we live on, it's never, never, never going to be perfect. And we've agreed to incarnate here in order to heal, so we have to be okay with not being perfect. And we have to be okay with I guess the better way I want to put it is to let go of any feelings of inadequacy or inferiority just because things don't go your way. Because Sunday, that may be what's on the table there. And you can turn it all around and get clear with yourself and come back to your own internal power by using your common sense, and then you can unify those opposites within, those dualistic, like I was talking about, the either ors. Just bring in the word and. Okay, so Monday with the Nine of Wands, because the Nine of Wands is a little defensive, it's like the wounded warrior. But when it comes through reversed, well, we can be a little bit exhausted, and maybe, 'cause sometimes this is a lot of resilience and strength and courage, but it is, an ongoing battle and can sometimes be a major setback. But when it comes through reversed, we can be exhausted because of all the, the fight. We can be kind of defensive, or we could be in that place where there's just like no fight left and we're just going to give up because it's kind of ridiculous anyway. But for some of us, it's going to be that we're just not going to engage in any type of defensive patterns. And that's especially true because with the Five of Pentacles reversed, of course, straight up, it's rejection, it's loss, it's, it could be losing a job, it could be a health issue, it's feeling, literally left out in the cold. But when it's reversed, there's some recovery there. There's some improvement. There's some, like maybe a new job or a new house. Maybe you've been looking for a new house and you finally found it. And that's why you could give up the battle. I hope that's what it is, whatever this recovery is. And then, so the Sunday, Monday, so Tuesday, with justice, justice is all about balance, fairness, equality. It's a good card for clarity and truth, and to get our life lessons. And it's a karmic card. But when it's reversed, this could be some deception coming through. This could be some legal issues or some type of just, like I said, unfairness, inequality, injustice. It could be some corruption that comes through that we see on the news. Because I really feel like this week, just like last week was, but I feel like this week is going to be even more intense in the breakthrough departments, because we've got that new moon solar eclipse coming up at the end of the week, which I dove into intensely. If you guys want, a lot of in-depth astrology, just join my family level membership, and you get me for like peanuts with all the astrological trends for the week. And I follow the moon through the week too, so you get a lot. But in a nutshell, we're headed towards the new moon solar eclipse on Friday, and I try not to like predict too much, but it looked to me like we could have some leaks coming through. We could have some somebody flipping, somebody spilling the beans, somebody that doesn't want to be caught up in this anymore, somebody that doesn't want to be martyring themselves anymore. So that it's possible that something comes through on the news, and that this isn't anything about us. That this has to do with politically what's coming through. But with the Five of Cups reversed, let me feel into these two together. If it's not, because I do always want to bring it back to, who it or what it is for us, rather than other people. But politics comes through, right? If if this is just us, then it's about something that's where we're trying to balance something out where we're not on equal footing yet. You know, like bridging the gap within, coming into our, letting go of our unhealthy ego so that we can align with our higher selves, and then working to find that balance within. And then combined with the Five of Cups, that would be like no more disappointment. It could be that there's some deep healing, because you can see with this card, oops, let me get the glare off. See that bridge back there? That's the bridge to a new life. As long as you can go through the pain, go through the disappointment, you know, do whatever inner grief work we need to do, and then don't focus on what you've lost, but turn around and look and see what's still there in your life, and then go over that bridge to, you know, to a brand new life. And that's especially reiterated, or especially true, when it's reversed, because in the reversal, the Five of Cups is all about, you know, getting back to something that's happy. The cups are about relationships. They're about our heart space. You know, it's all about, it could be some new friendship comes back that was out of balance before, or some new relationship where things were out of balance. And, I mean, you know, even the Justice reverse is sometimes the divorce card. So, and this could be like the reversal of some bad karma, because all we needed to do was meet the pain. You know, I never look at karma as being bad. I always look at it as just the law of cause and effect. And when you get inside the cause, then and meet the pain and, you know, unravel the false beliefs, then what happens is that you change the effect. So that could very well be what this is, and then there's this big return to your heart space, and everything is better, way better. A return to happiness. And I want to say that that is absolutely true, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here on Wednesday, which is a big change, and it's straight up, so that means that it's moving again. You know, this is the card of free will. This is, you know, a turning point in your life where, and these two cards together are definitely happy, 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 happy. And it's like where you learn how to turn your own wheel of destiny or fate, and then you know, then you realize that not everything is fated, and you get to be in charge. And notice these are 2 10s. This is interesting. Yeah. And we have 4 major arcanas this week. 5, actually. Okay, so that's good to have reversed. Okay, so with this 10 of Swords straight up, something's done. You're done. You've made that shift. You've turned your own will. You have exercised your free will, and you are literally done. I just don't know what it is. You know, you're going to have to figure that out yourself. And that might just be nobody else's business, right? So Thursday comes along. This might be rejecting an offer that comes in. The Page of Cups is, you know, it's usually an offer that comes from the heart when it's straight up. It's usually an invitation. But when it's reversed, it's maybe something you want to pass up. It's possible. It could even be something that's a little bit deceptive. You know, like where somebody does, maybe this happens, this big turn inside of you that changes in your free will, and then you're done. But then whoever this person, if it's a person that you're done with, or this situation, maybe it was a fantasy type of situation, and you got in touch with that, and you're like, no, I'm not doing this anymore, because I'm in my happy place, right? And now it comes in again just for a test, because we always get tested. When we let something go, it usually comes back a couple more times, and you know, it's a test. Like, wait, do you really want to let it go? I'd say yes. because with Thursday here, well, this combination, it feels like this Page of Cups could be, like I was saying, an invitation, but it could also be somebody who's not telling you the truth. And it could even be, in the worst case scenario, it's a little narcissistic person who's a con, who's a scam artist, who's wanting to get something from you. So be careful on Thursday. Well, be careful always for things like that, for people like that. Be very, they're out there. They're always phishing, right? Email phishing is always happening. Catfishing is always happening. Everyone needs to be very, very careful. At the least, it's a little bit deceptive. If it's self-deception, that's easier to deal with. Now, with the Four of Swords reversed, so if it's just us, if it's just our own inner thing going on, this could be a little self-deception that has you burned out, stressed out, and feeling like you can't rest. And you really need to learn how to take care of yourself, or you need to exercise the self-care that you know how to do but you haven't been doing. That's the worst case scenario, or the worst case on the personal level. On the outer levels politically, we could see somebody who, like with these other cards, it just can't hold it in anymore, and they're definitely flipping. And this would be like a younger person maybe. And because maybe they've been greedy. This card can sometimes be greed when it's reversed. And the anxiety, this can be like being on your own swords, falling on your own swords. So that's interesting if something comes through politically on Thursday. So just, for us, make sure we take care of ourselves. On Friday, the moon reversed, so when the moon's straight up, we have to be careful for, self-deception, being deceived, hidden enemies, hidden agendas, just things that are very illusory, and to get in touch with all the levels of the unconscious realm to get through the fearful places. But it came through reversed, so it's actually good reversed, because this is a reduction of the illusory factors. It's a place where we can get some clarity because we're in touch with our own emotional body within that has cleared enough to where we can trust our real feelings coming through. This has to do also with overcoming some deeper fears. And then in other times, this can be a secret that comes out. And that's especially true with the Queen of Swords reversed. Because when she comes through, straight up, it's clarity, independence, an independent female. Clarity and the transformational butterfly that's down there and up on her crown, right? There's transformation there. But when it comes through reversed, she can be all about some critical type of thinking that needs to occur. And it can be somebody who's just had it, and they're just going to be very cold and careless. And it could be that they lie and they cheat. But this combination here spells to me that the secret's revealed as to who this person was. This could be a Marjorie Taylor Greene or a Lauren Boebert or Sidney Powell or whoever these other women are who have been, aligned with this big old lie and the Stop the Steal and all this other ridiculous, lies and the deception. So something could come out. Now, if it's just us on the personal level, this could be a day to chill out and relax. But be really careful, because sometimes when we rest too much and we don't get our life force moving through our bodies, or we have a buildup of life force that's not being used in the right way, then it can come out as critical words and being a little too harsh. So be careful for that. That's the only thing I have to say. And then also be very careful, chill out when it comes to any negative self-talk. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't be like your maybe your critical mother or grandmother or whomever this person could be, that's still saying those things in your head. Get them out. You're done. You're done with that and you're moving on. And then Saturday comes around, it has a little bit of lack of balance here with this Two of Pentacles, Upright, it can be negotiating, keeping things spinning, prioritizing. Saturday comes around in the day, and here we are. So Friday, this is the new moon solar eclipse at 12 degrees Sag. So you want to look to see where 12 degrees Sag is in your chart, so that you can see where you're going to be affected for the next 6 months or so with that polarity between Sag and Gemini in your chart. And if you're not sure about any of that, and we can do an hour session and just look at just that, and look at whatever else is involved with that. The new moon solar eclipse. It doesn't have to be a full-on expensive astrology reading. I could just do an hour and focus in on what you need to know, or just to see the opportunities coming up that you would like to know in order to move forward. Because when Saturday comes around, we really do need to prioritize. This has to do with being very careful so that you have a backup plan, so that you can let go of the struggling and you can actually commit to your path and get into that, that balanced place again, because we've got this, lack of balance going on here. So we have to be careful of, some type of maybe even a financial loss, because it is, we're in the realm of Pentacles, we're dealing with, we're definitely dealing usually with money. It's money and body, resources, everything to do with the physical. Sometimes this card comes through when you're trying to put on a happy face, trying to be brave, trying to, just trying to cope, but you really are having trouble coping. And with this hanging over the Emperor, this could be having trouble coping, having trouble, and like I said, putting on that happy face in order, and you need to let go of all that in order to get inside your own authority. And it could be issues with the father figure or your actual father, or a really authoritative type of, is that the right way to say it? Authoritative? I don't know. The right way to, or because he's all about the life force. He's got the Ankh here, and he's holding the symbol of the life force, and he's all about his fire sign. It's like ruled by Aries. And we're in that realm of being in your own authority, moving forward from a place where you're literally like writing the book to your own life. Nobody's doing it for you. You have your own inner respect, and you're very, very, it's a 4. It's the 4, the 4th card. But it's also, the father card of the tarot too. But the 4s are very stable. You've got the 4 pillars. So that's the deal with this guy. So, and we all have all of these cards inside of us. So we all have our own inner authority. It's a gateway. The major arcanas are the gateways to evolution in the tarot. So this would be the gateway of coming inside of our deepest inner authority that knows how to be, in that place where we can respect ourselves and show up for ourselves and be successful in whatever way it is that you want to be. So don't put on a brave, what I want to say is just don't put on a brave face if you're trying to be somebody else for your dad, because maybe your dad would be able to help you if you just open up to him. And if this is just the inner aspect, this would be, you don't have to hold up, you don't have to be anything other than who you are. And if you need to fall apart for the day, you'll find your authority that way. We can find our authority through being very, very vulnerable to ourselves. So let me, very open with ourselves, I guess I should say. Let's choose an oracle. I'm trying to figure out which one. This one. It's the, what is it? It's like, is it Shaman's Dream? Yeah, here it is. It's this one. Shaman's Dream by Colette Baron Reid. Okay. So 5 cards for the week. What is it that we need to know? What else do we need to know? We certainly had enough reversals, didn't we? Okay. What else do we need to know? Joyful Muse. Oh, let yourself be inspired. Dances on one foot. Wow, there's that Justice card. Straddling Worlds. That's the here, I'll show you in a second. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. All right. So this is just simply blatantly to allow yourself to be inspired. Ask your guides, ask your guardian angels for support. They have to be invited. Unless it's like usually a life or death situation and you have no lesson to learn, so you're going to be definitely protected. Those things happen all the time. But then we may not even know that we were protected. That's the thing. But for the simple things in life and what we want to create, we have to ask for help. Unless you want to just try and do everything on your own, you can do that too. But if that's the case, throw on some music that you like and let yourself be inspired. But if you open up to the angelic realms, you'll get more. Unless you just don't believe in that, and that's okay too. There's no right or wrong. It's all about just being self-responsible, for creating your own life best as you can in this imperfect world. But this dances on one foot. Hold on, where are my cards? This way. That's the Justice card. This straddling two worlds. That is the Temperance. Where to go? There we go. That's Temperance. This sacred contract could definitely relate to the Emperor. So, okay. Well, that is quite a diva in that butterfly. Look at that. So, this also can go with that Two of Pentacles reversed too. So this week is definitely about staying balanced, staying inspired, keeping yourself inspired, and opening up to inspiration. Maybe it's just calling on a good friend. Maybe it's just playing with your kitty, right? Putting on some music. I mean, check it out. Playing with your kitty, putting on some good music, and maybe doing some art projects or drawing, whatever it is that you do for fun. that would be a good thing. And then with the balancing act, make sure you play and work, is what I'm hearing there. And then this wandering between realms. This is definitely what the Temperance card is all about, that bridging the gap. You know, check it out. There's 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. I don't know if that's a fish down there, or I guess just rocks. I don't know, whatever. But there is that straddling in between 2 realms. And that's the challenging place that we live in. You know, we are unitive beings having a dualistic experience on earth. And our task, our challenge, our task is to not take it personally when things don't go our way. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with us when things don't go our way. It just means that we're living on earth. And then with this sacred contract, I feel like this has to do with, on one level, honoring our sacred contracts with our loved ones. And then on another level, honoring your sacred contract within, because sometimes it's about starting over and writing a new life for yourself. In whatever way that may be. You know, if it means making big changes. And then with the root girl, the disowned self, this is the card that is all about becoming conscious of any place inside of you that didn't hasn't made it up into your awareness yet. To open up to all that is within you, and whatever isn't happy and loving and kind to yourself isn't the real you, but we still have to identify it, and don't identify with it. Just figure out what it is, know it's a false belief, work to clear it out, own the pain, own the false belief, and then let it go. And then let it go. It's a process, though. It's definitely a process. And if you need help with that, I do personal process sessions, and even combined with cards if you need, or if you want, whatever it is. And we can work on any of these things. So, okay, well, that's it for this week. Thanks, you guys, for hanging in there with me. And take good care, as always. Okay, bye.